them to share the wealth in that regard.
Boston was pushed out. 7 to shoot. Boston methodical. On her take. After they had fallen behind by 6 in the quarter, then Sydney Colson, as Aliyah Boston has an extended conversation with the officials. And then is going to get over to Angel Gray. Angel?
Aliyah Boston left the court visibly frustrated after Kelsey Mitchell's 24-point effort kept the Fever alive despite missing Caitlin Clark, Sydney Colson, and Ari McDonald. They had fought back from 17 down and still had a chance to win. A rushed shot, no timeout, and controversial late calls sealed the loss. A finish the coach later questioned.
7-0 Indiana run. They're within 2 and a foul. This time, Peckers does get the call.
I thought this might have been an offensive foul. Howard for the finish.
Indiana's considering challenging this call, but they will not, as Peckers gets free.
How do you run an offense when your entire point guard rotation disappears overnight? For Indiana, this was reality. Days before facing Dallas, disaster struck in the Phoenix game when Sydney Colson tore her left ACL and Ari McDonald fractured a bone in her right foot, both season-ending injuries. With Caitlin Clark already out since July with a groin injury, the Fever were suddenly without their top 3 point guards, leaving them with no true ball handlers, no one to handle full-court pressure, and no one to run the offense as it was built.
So what's the reaction been from you guys, the players, the coaches, to losing Sid and Ari?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, just brokenhearted for them. They're 2 really good people that you hate to see this happen to. They've been an integral part of what we've been doing, and so hate it for them. Unfortunately, it's part of the deal, and we've got to roll with it. And we've got players in that locker room who believe in one another. Players in that locker room who are as competitive as all get out. We've got versatility, and it's going to have to be on full display. So I think now it's about playing to honor them, right, and playing for them.
The ripple effect was immediate. Without a true facilitator to control possessions, breaking defensive pressure became a struggle. Turnovers mounted, and simple entry passes turned into contested battles. Against Dallas, the Cracks showed 17 turnovers that the Wings converted into 27 points. More than a quarter of their offense coming straight from Indiana's mistakes before the FDR could even set up in the half court. Every trip down the floor drained more energy. Every pass carried greater risk. And the already thin margin for error vanished completely.
Never fun to lose. I thought we got a pretty good look out of it. But again, I think, we shouldn't have been in that position to begin with. The 17 turnovers got us there. We shouldn't have even been there. But I thought, Kelsey got a look at it. It's unfortunate, but on to the next.
To keep a functional rotation, the front office made an emergency signing, bringing in veteran Odyssey Sims on a hardship contract. With barely a day to learn the playbook or develop chemistry, she was thrown straight into action against Dallas. In 13 minutes, she went scoreless, recorded 2 assists and 1 turnover, and spent much of her time figuring out where teammates wanted the ball instead of playing on instinct.
I'm just excited. I know that Indiana is a great organization, and just to be a part of it and just to be here with the great players that I'm going to be playing with, this is a great opportunity. I'm just happy to be here.
What's the most important thing for you in a situation like this to just get acclimated, just to kind of get your feet under you and feel your way around the new spot here?
It's not my first time just coming to a new team and coming in and just being me. So the biggest thing is just doing what I do best. Playing defense, playing hard, doing whatever the team needs. Obviously, I know they've been down with the injuries. Prayers up for Sid and Ari. Love them both. But like I said, I'm excited to be here, and I'm not going to do too much. But whatever coach tells me to do is what I'm going to do and have fun and enjoy my teammates.
Left Indiana with only one real option for handling the ball on nearly every possession, moving Kelsey Mitchell out of her natural scoring role and into the lead guard position. The coaching staff couldn't ease her into the change. Every inbound, every offensive set, and all the defensive attention fell directly on her. It wasn't just a tactical shift, it altered the physical demands of her game, forcing her to initiate possessions under relentless pressure while still being counted on as the team's primary scoring threat.
Chelsea obviously can play make, as she showed in the last game, but it's not like her most natural way of playing, I would say. Do you have to tell her to focus on that? Does she just kind of know that as the primary ball handler in these games, she'll do it? How does that kind of process work when it's not a true point guard at the one?
Yeah, I mean, I want her to just do what she's been doing. You know, she's been excellent all year long. She's been efficient all year long. Her decision making has been on point all year long.
The Dallas game was a clear snapshot of how much those injuries shaped the flow. With a makeshift backcourt, every basket required exhausting effort, and every turnover fueled an opponent's run. Yet, even in that weakened state, they stayed in it until the end, because the player carrying the heaviest load refused to back down. For Indiana, that burden fell on Kelsey Mitchell, their most lethal pure scorer, who was suddenly tasked with running the offense from start to finish. Normally, she's catching the ball ready to score, not bringing it up through traps or orchestrating half-court sets. But without Colson, McDonald, or Clark, she was the only realistic option to initiate, and Dallas knew it.
Every single playoff game will be on our networks. As Mitchell finally gets a look, her first points of the second half, curl it in. Doesn't get the whistle. Indiana with numbers the other way. Mitchell in the corner. Connect. Big game from Aisha Hines-Allen off the bench. Mitchell sprints into the lane, finds Cunningham. She got it on a three, and it's a single-digit deficit.
On paper, her stat line looked impressive. 24 points on 7 of 15 shooting, 4 of 7 from 3, and 6 rebounds. But in reality, nearly every possession started in her hands, against defenses built to drain her energy. Dallas sent extra pressure in the backcourt, using traps and quick doubles to turn every advance into a fight. Each made basket was immediately followed by another trip where she had to break pressure while still finding the focus and stamina too. Score.
Mitchell trying to create with 5 to shoot. Mitchell through the lane, another scoop it in, and it's a 1-point game.
Arch right, but you know she loves to go left. How many defenders try to come over and help about 3 and still able to scoop it up and in?
Mitchell with 24 points.
It showed in moments, a few turnovers, some forced passes when lanes closed too quickly. Yet Mitchell kept finding ways to keep the fever in the game. In the fourth quarter, down by double digits, she drained a deep 3 well beyond the arc and immediately signaled her teammates to lock in on defense. Moments later, she ran a crisp pick and roll with Boston, threading the pass perfectly for an easy 2. These weren't just scoring plays. They were clear examples of leadership on the court.
Mitchell trying to create with 5 to shoot. Mitchell through the lane, able to scoop it in, and it's a 1-point game. Indiana ball down 1.7 to go. Cunningham has to get it in. Mitchell in the corner, and Dallas hangs on. 81-80 the final as the Wings win a thriller in Indy.